for the production of Hustle Town, he basically gave you $1,000, a bottle of Crown, and it caused this feud at the moment, you know, at that time. Can you go into detail about that?
Yeah, I told him, man, give me a stack, man. I'll help you out. You know what I mean? And I ended up producing the whole record, and it already done came out. And he actually gave me another 100 on top of it. I got $1,100.
$1,100, watch out.
Yeah, but it was after months and months and months after the album came out. I'll tell you what kind of set it off. This is a funny story. I was living on the West End at the time, and he came by the house at the West End and wanted to go to Hullabaloo's. So he picks me up, I guess, about 10 or 11 o'clock, and then we drive to his house on Coral Street in Southeast Side, and I'm waiting in the truck, his mom's in the truck, for him to come outside the house. He said he's gonna go in and tuck the kids in real quick. So I'm waiting in the car, and he never comes out. It's probably like 30, 45 minutes later. I'm like, man, what is this? And he finally comes out, oh man, I was putting the kids to sleep. I'm like, you ready to go to the club or what, man? You know what I'm saying? So we ended up going to Hullabaloo's, and I told him, don't leave me, man, because I know he likes to burn off and do his own thing. And so 2 o'clock in the morning comes, and he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He's my ride, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he left me. And so I go outside, and his mom's the only truck in the parking lot. And nobody else is there. And I was already drunk at the time. I'm probably like 22 or 23 years old at the time. So I broke the window in his mom's truck, the little square window, boom, to get in and crash out in the truck, man. I was on it, man. I didn't think it was a big deal. I was like, fuck it, I ain't had nowhere to go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ended up sleeping in the truck, and he comes back around 7 in the morning, and he was tripping. Oh, man, you broke my mom's window, and while we're driving around, you know what I'm saying? I guess we're going back to his crib or wherever. But he was tripping. He was mad because I broke the window. But I was mad because you left me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
After I told you not to leave me.
I told you don't leave me, bro. And hey, I had to do what I had to do to crash out, man. And while he's driving, man, and he backslaps me. Bow. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. And so we're driving. I just hit him. Bam. You know, I hit him back, bro. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And we start swerving and shit. He's like, when I get home, we're going to fight and all this shit. I said, nigga, it's whatever. I don't give a fuck. So we go to his crib. And he gets out of the truck, and he goes to right in front of the garage, and he starts putting his tape on his hand, wrapping his hands up in tape, like he's gonna fight and shit. Yeah. And I'm just waiting for him, like, what's this dude doing? He's wrapping his hands in tape, man. I'm like, just like, come on, man, what's up? And he comes up to me after he tapes his hands, what's up, man? And I said, come on, man, get you on, let's do it, what's up? You know what I'm saying? We have a face-off, but he never swung, and I didn't swing at him either, because I really had no reason to swing at him. And I walked off like, fuck you, man, I want my money, man, for that mother. It kind of crunk up the money he owed me a little bit. And I caught a cab to Lord Loco's crib about 8 in the morning. Loco was like, what you doing, man? Oh, yeah, I just got into it with Los, you know, and that kind of, I guess it brought out, I needed my little $1,100, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Tootie ended up calling me a couple of days later, because Carlos disappeared for a couple of days. I guess he went to Galveston or something. And Tootie was like, you ain't seen Carlos? I said, nah, man, I ain't seen him, man. Then Tootie said, well, we got your money, man. Come get the money. And I went and got my little change. And I guess everything was cool from there. It was just like a little, a little scuffle. It wasn't like I hate you and I hate you type. It was just one night of, you know, some bullshit. We used to always fight. That wasn't the only time, you know. Just we're like brothers. It's a brother type fight.
Yeah. That's what what I would imagine. Because again, you know, seeing how artist-wise, how close you guys seemed, it's like you figure that at some point you got to bump heads.
Oh yeah.
Like at some point that's got to happen. There's got to be some differences. Yeah. So, you know, you're. I think it's actually taking it back quite a bit. I think it was like in 2010 when you did the video. Was it around 2010 when you did the music video?
The song I did, That's For You, and this on Dope House, and I said, fuck Dope House, they couldn't bring it to the table on one line.
I finally got paid though, I got my own label. Fuck Dope House, they couldn't bring it to the table. Ain't nothing personal, man, it's all business. I forgave you, but I paid for the hit list. I've been a lot of places, wrecked a lot of shows, seen a lot of faces, and met a lot of hoes. I'm feeling kinda lovely, drank a lot of bubbly. I'm thinking about a major and thinking about my company. I don't like to freestyle, cause I got a fee now. A show of flows gonna cost about 3,000. Represent my town and throw it in the sky. I'm still H-Towns, how I'm rolling till I die. I seen them come and go, but I'm still standing tall. I still don't love a hoe, but I know I love the ball. I love to smoke weed, fuck the police. Some niggas fell in love, but I still love the streets. Cause that's for you, but this for me, for all my...
Well, Los was already locked up at the time, because I've been trying to collect royalties for that album for years, you know, and I felt like I was always getting put on the runaround. Like I would ask Tootie or Dope House for the money, and they would tell me to ask Carlos, and I would ask Carlos and write him in the pen, and he would tell me forth the runaround, and I got upset. I got tired of asking him, and he telling me to ask him, and he telling me to ask him, and I'm like, man.
Going in circles.
Yeah, and I wasn't the first one to say fuck Dope House. I was just the first one to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Cause I used to live with Grim and Rashid across the street from Dope House. We had an apartment, and they was always mad. I wasn't the only one mad at Dope House. You know, it's a business. People get mad all the time. You know, I just spoke up because I felt like we could have got treated better.
Yeah.
Like as far as on the production wise, on Grimm's album, even on SPM's album, it should say produced by whoever the actual producers are.
Yeah.
Don't belittle somebody on the credits and, oh, he remixed this. And, man, come on, bro. I did a lot more than that, you know what I'm saying?
So it was never really a real beef. It was just kind of like fuck y'all for not coming through on this.
I always express myself in my songs. I always say what I got to say, man. And I could have said a lot more than fuck Dope House. I could have said a whole lot more, but I just kept it. I just wanted to say, get it off my chest how I felt, because I just wanted to express myself basically and let them know, man, I'm serious about my fucking side of the story. I want my change for all the shit I did. You know, there's a lot of royalties in the album.
Did you ever collect those royalty checks, or is this still like an ongoing issue?
I never got no royalty checks from that album, Hustle Town, or any album from Dope House that I did. And a couple of albums, or a couple of later on songs we did, I ended up signing some contracts, some work for hire contracts. But even work for hire contracts, you're supposed to be entitled to your publishing and your mechanical royalties and a lot of royalties that I just never got a check from. And it bothers me because, you know, there's even other producers on my songs that are probably getting royalties off my work. You know what I'm saying? That it just, the paperwork was never right. We never really focused on the contract. We just did music, and you know, I was never the type to let's do a contract before we did the music. You know, we just do music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, doing what you love.
Yeah, but after I see fucking YouTube song Hustle Town got damn near 10 million views, who knows what iTunes is doing and Pandora and all this money that I could use. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a whole lot. So that really upset me, man, and it kind of does to this day. But I'm not as mad about it as I used to, because I'm not broke as I used to be. But there's so much money out there that I just want what's deserved. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's out of his control because where he's at, and it's still the same situation, you know. So I'm just like,
what's your current relationship with Dope House and SPM as a whole?
Well, we're still cool, you know, as friends. But business-wise, we still got a lot of issues, man. Like, there's a lot of strings that need to be tied up that ain't, you know, there's a lot of missing links that we need to finish up and get the shit right.
Yeah.
You know, but we still work, man, but it's just so hard communicating with him. Like, every time I talk to him, the phone cuts off, and, you know, we only got so much time to do conversations, and we never really get down to the nitty-gritty, the numbers and all that other shit. We're always, hey, what's up, bro, and talking. So it's hard to do business with somebody locked up, man.
Yeah.
And really, he's not even the one in charge of things. It's just still the same mess, you know what I'm saying? It's complicated when the man's locked up. It just fucks everything up.
So obviously there's you know, how you say, you know, either the Grimm album, for example, and then the SPM album, where the credit wasn't given the way it was supposed to. What are some projects that you've been part of that people might not be aware of, just because either the proper credit wasn't given or?
Well, I haven't really been on too many records that are not my own, but I really shouldn't take it too hard to the heart so much as I just want the fair credit. I just want everybody to get what they deserve. So
Yeah.
as far as being on songs, like I did some songs with Kiki, but I got credit for from now. I got credit on everything I've done since then because I know how to treat the business now. You know what I'm saying? But mostly I'm just doing my own label, my own things. So I really don't trip out on the credits like on other people's albums right now because I'm more established. That was when I was trying to get established
get
back
out
in
there,
the day,
yeah.
so I needed the credit. Now I kind of people know what it is now, so I really don't. I don't tag my beats. You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, Filero and all this.
Yeah.
I don't do that, man. I don't really need all that attention. I just it don't make to me. It don't make no. You don't see Dr. Dre on the beat.
Dr. Dre production. Yeah.
I don't do that.
So speaking of your labels, HTX Records.
Yes.
Do you currently have any artists under the label, or any projects that working with artists under the label?
Well, officially signed, I don't have nobody signed, but my boy Southeast, we're working on his album that he got coming out through HTX Records. It's called Screwed Up Coalition, where it's members of SPC and SUC together.
Dope.
And I'm helping him. We're doing it the right way. I got him. We're registered on ASCAP, and the publishing is correct, and all the credits and shit are in line. And we're almost about. We got like 2 more songs to mix and master, and that'll be a project that we're gonna drop called Screwed Up Coalition on HTX in the next few weeks. And my album, I got my album Ghost Notes about to come out also. I just finished the cover like last week. I've always been putting my own personal projects last, and I need to quit doing that, man, because I'm always working on somebody else's projects. But now I kind of cut all that off so I can actually finish my record because it's been so long that I've been putting it on the back burner. But now I almost got it out. But I don't have no artists on HTX right now.
And one thing you also that I had noticed you had going on, you had a radio station in Colorado.
Well, it wasn't my radio station, but it was Blazing I forgot the number already, but it was in Colorado Springs. They had a hip hop. What was it, like a classic hip hop station? And me and Mo Hustle, we had our show on there called the Smoke Session, and we would DJ it was like a 2-hour show, and we played a lot of Houston. Well, of course I played a lot of Houston stuff, but I played like Kiki on there. I made radio edits of a lot of Screw songs that you never heard on the radio.
Yeah.
So, because Colorado, they was not too much hip on the Screw until we started putting it out there. Because I was living out there for like 9 years. So, like, we was on the radio for like a year or 2, and we had a show called a Smoke Session, and we would play a lot of Houston songs, and L.A. and New York. We played everybody.
Yeah.
But I pushed a lot of Houston shit, and SPM, Kiki, our stuff. I pushed all our shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was fun, man.
What happened with that? It just.
We just got too busy, man. We started doing other things, but it was cool radio show while we were doing it.
Yeah.